morning of November 28, 1994, Ricky Neave, a 6-year-old, said goodbye to his parents and headed off to school. His mother, Ruth, grew increasingly anxious as the day wore on, and Ricky failed to return home with the other children in the afternoon. Ricky had a punctual habit of coming back home promptly for dinner, carefully following the time on his new electronic watch. When her husband Jerry returned from work, they embarked on a frantic search for Ricky within their Welland neighborhood. For approximately 2 hours, they combed the town streets, calling out for their son and hoping to find any potential witnesses. After speaking with several of Ricky's classmates, they learned that he had indeed gone to school and returned home as usual. This perplexing turn of events raised concerns about a possible kidnapping, prompting the distressed parents to contact the police. The day following Ricky Neave's disappearance report, law enforcement, with the assistance of trained dogs, descended upon the nearby Peterborough forest. Within hours, they made a grim discovery. Ricky's lifeless body lay sprawled in a wide clearing within the forest. The murder scene was chillingly disturbing. The young victim was unclothed, arranged in a star-like pattern, with his clothing nowhere to be found, later located in a nearby trash can. The subsequent autopsy confirmed that Ricky had been strangled. From the very beginning, suspicions revolved around the victim's mother, who had a history of alleged abuse toward Ricky's siblings, as reported by neighbors. Authorities held suspicions about her involvement in the murder. A trial was convened in October 1996, resulting in Ruth's acquittal on the charge of murdering Ricky Neave. However, prior to the trial, Ruth had admitted guilt to child abuse, which led to a 7-year prison sentence. Consequently, Jerry assumed the responsibility of raising their children while Ruth served her prison term. In a recent interview, Ruth Neave revealed the profound impact of her harrowing experience, saying, "I lost my children and my freedom. Then I had to start over, all while carrying the enduring stigma of being seen as a murderer despite my acquittal." The aftermath of her trial left Ruth's family in ruins. Her husband distanced himself from her, and for over 26 years, she longed to witness her children's growth, missing important milestones such as their school and university experiences. After Ruth's acquittal, the police spent nearly a year investigating the case but were unable to identify any other suspects. The investigation lay dormant until 2015 when determined detectives decided to reopen the pursuit of Ricky's killer. Advancements in forensic technology played a crucial role in this reinvigorated investigation. Forensic experts managed to discover DNA traces on Ricky's clothing, allowing them to create a profile that matched other genetic samples. This profile was subsequently uploaded to a database, leading to a significant breakthrough. The DNA found on the victim matched James Watson's biological record, providing a major lead in the case. Upon delving into James Watson's background, the police uncovered a troubling history. At the time of the murder, 13-year-old James was residing in an orphanage situated close to Ricky's family. His records depicted him as a troubled teenager. What's intriguing is that James had ended up in the children's home after his only parent, who had a career in law enforcement, faced allegations of abusing their authority and subsequently served a prison sentence. Initially, James vehemently denied any connection to the victim and provided authorities with an alibi for November 28, 1994, which proved impossible to verify. However, a significant turning point occurred when James learned that traces of his DNA had been found on Ricky's clothing. This revelation prompted an abrupt change in his account. He asserted that he had lifted Ricky the day before, assisting the young child in peering over a fence. As the police continued their interrogation of James, he appeared perplexed when asked to describe the location of the incident. He pointed toward a fence near the victim's parents' home. However, a thorough investigation revealed a significant inconsistency. There had been no fence at that location in 1994. Furthermore, additional incriminating details came to light that raised suspicions about James. His documented history as a troubled teen contained a troubling incident where he had nearly strangled a girl and engaged in harassment of his peers while residing at a shelter. The accumulation of this damning evidence led to a pivotal moment in June 2022 when a jury found 41-year-old James Watson guilty of murder. Due to his status as a teenager at the time of the crime, Watson received a 15-year prison sentence. We made a promise to Ricky's family, including Ruth, stated PC Paul Fullwood, that we would identify his assailant, and we've kept that promise. He expressed regret for the extended timeline of the investigation, but stressed the importance of achieving justice. Despite the constable's apology, Ruth Neave expressed her reluctance to forgive the police for the prolonged ordeal during which they attempted to implicate her in her own son's murder, effectively turning her life into a living hell. Ruth lamented, "I missed out on my children's entire lives, all because of Cambridgeshire police." She added with deep sadness, "When Ricky died, a part of me died with him.